Alright, hello! Hello, how's it going? We back again for another character impression. Hello. So this time we have the character from Stay Moon. Homes, yeah, the Home Sweet Moon thing. Okay, so we have Gwynne, and she's water. She has 1900 HP and 17. Wait, what? 7300, not 17. 7300 attack. She's attack style and saber gun. Cool. Alright, so since we are still relatively early in the thing, I think all of the data might not be around yet, so yeah. Just a little note. Lunatic Lashings, massive water damage to 4 bonus plane damage based on Gwynne's HP, max 3 hits. Release augments. Oh, that's literally MC Relic Buster S1 icon. 3 discharge cells to caster, max 5. Additional effect when HP is 50% or higher. Attack twice each turn. Huh. Consume upon Gwynne's normal attacks and skill use. So, looks like a burst kind of character. Ram it down, man. Ram is like... ram that shit in, man. Sharp boost to a caster's attack. Consume up to 3 discharge cells. Extend effect duration based on number consumed. Oh, wow. Sharply boosted. Can be extended. Can be extended. Feels bad, man. Can be removed, can be extended. So it's either 1 to 4 turns. Wow. Interesting. So it goes down to 11 turns, 5 turns. Guns and Roses. Consume 1 burst shell to deal 3 hit water damage to a foe. Attack without using up a turn. Starts battle with 3 burst shells, can reload. Oh, you can only use this 3 times in the entire fight. Arianessa Contractor. At the battle start and upon charge attack, 2 discharge cells to Gwynne. Oh. Consume 1 on normal attacks to gain these effects. Deal triple attacks. Oh. Oh, that's nice. Caracol Tactics. Boost to Saber Specialty Water Ally skill specs. Boost to Gun Specialty Water Ally CA specs. Oh, that's nice. Oh, she doesn't look half bad actually. For a bursty type of character. I mean, it kind of looks like it's very similar to how Relic Buster actually works too, funnily enough. Because it is kind of like the same anyway, right? Not too bad. But it also kind of just screams Kango setup again. Yep. Because you want to Ogi a lot. So you get 2 cells on Ogi. And you consume 1 normal attack to gain triple attacks and bonus water attack. But you also consume whenever you press any skills. I mean, it actually doesn't sound too bad for full auto too, though. But I feel like obviously there's much better characters to full auto instead of using her. I guess for people only get like... people who got her is like... yeah, I guess that's kind of cool, right? But... yeah, seems kind of mediocre actually. Alright, what's a weapon like? I didn't see a weapon yet. What? Shield effect, medium HP and small stamina? No full limit break yet? Trash! Trash! Okay, let's see. What numbers do we have for her? Absolutely nothing. Okay, so... she has CA cap, skill cap, 2 crits, 2 Ogis, and 2 HPs. 2 HP though. Doesn't she have like relatively high HP too? Yeah. She has 1900 HP. And then you can get more HP? Wow. I mean, yeah, you can just go with the crit, the cap, some points in Ogi damage, and then you can put into HP or defense. I guess that's up to you, really. I don't think I'll really bother with the HP just because she already has relatively good amount of HP. And it's not like she has any downsides of what's that, you know, like lesser defense or whatnot. I don't think you once mentioned that, did they? Like, you know, when she has like no discharge cells or whatever, they didn't say that she'll be like dead on the ground or something like that, right? So she looks okay so far, but I think I'll continue talking about her later when we get the numbers. But either way, she looks kind of like a relatively mediocre character regardless though. Like, I feel like depends on how good this is, she could potentially be an OTK character. Yeah, there's a potential there, but we don't know the numbers yet, so I can't really say. Hello once again. So this is like basically the next day, the following day, since the one you saw a moment ago. So the reason of that being because we were doing the damn thing and it was already relatively late. I didn't really want to stay up too late because Guild Wars coming and all that. And because the data for Gwynne was not even out yet, so I decided, you know what, I'll just do the rest of it off stream. So now that her stuff is now up, so let's just continue it. So her plain damage is actually 400k. Yeah. So basically she get 400k times 3. So based on her max HP. So how does that work? So basically it splits between 3 portions of a HP. You get 1 hit when you get her HP at 50% and below. The second 2 hits is at 51% to 75%, and then the 3 hits is at 76 to 100%. So in other words, you get at least 1.2 million damage as plain damage on Ogi. So technically, it looks like you can actually somewhat use her for like OTK purposes. It actually does look like it's viable, so that's kind of nice. And then the other one that we need to know is her assassin. Her assassin is apparently at 50%, so that's apparently pretty freaking nice. And third skill, her 3-hit nuke is apparently at 215%. Wait, 250%? 215,000 damage base cap, so that's kind of nice. So it's 215,000 times 3, so that's kind of like close to 600, around 650-ish k total. That's like the base cap, so if you have everything else, you could easily just hit like, I don't know, 1 mil, 2 mil easily, and you can kind of spam that all at one go kind of thing. So it's pretty nice. And then passives is also another very nice ones. Apparently her echo is at 50% as long as she has discharged cells. 50% echo is actually really huge usually. And then for her saber specialty water ally skill specs, she get 20% skill damage and 10% skill cap. Gun specialty, she gets 30% CA damage and 10% CA cap, which is honestly freaking amazing. Yeah, but yeah, I think the only problem is that you don't really see too much of gun specialty in a way, like really being used. Well, you can kind of see some sword here and there, but yeah, but either way, regardless, this is still very nice. The echo is great. The assassin is pretty good. I'm still not entirely sure if it lasts the entire turn, but it does look like it is, because they didn't really say it's like a one-time thing kind of thing, and it lasts for 4 turns, right? So it's pretty nice. It lasts for 4 turns, and then being able to get 1.2 million plain damage on Ogi is also very nice, because it's fixed, right? It's just outright fixed damage on Ogi, which means if your grit is relatively weaker, is gonna be fantastic, right? Because you just need to have like at least some sort of the amount of Ogi damage, and then the plane damage is just boom. It's just straight up 1.2 million. Doesn't really matter. So which is really, really nice. Yeah, besides that, it just looked like it's kind of similar to, in a way, what we were saying the day before. She's mostly just for like a very, very bursty character. I guess you can kind of use her in full auto as well, because you know, you kind of get it back whenever you Ogi. You get the discharge cells whenever you Ogi. In other words, she's very, very nice to have if you're running Kango in your team, and if you have like Doggo and whatnot, so it kind of speeds up, it ramps up relatively quick. So it's very, very nice if you're using that kind of setup for full auto. And yeah, once again, you could also use her for burst, meaning like you want to use double strike, and then you can get the like 1 turn-ish, or something, 1 turn-ish assassin, so that's kind of okay. Yeah. So you get double strike out of this because you get 3, and then as long as you're 50% HP or higher, in other words, if you're doing it in turn 1, obviously you're going to be at full HP, so that's fine. You're going to get double strike, and then you consume 3, and then you can, yeah, you use this, you consume it, then you get all that stuff, and it's going to be freaking fantastic, right? You can burst. And then you can also use like the whole Summer Lucio thing if you still have him, or you somehow managed to get him recently with the Anytics and whatnot. Yeah, you could. Yeah, it's still relatively nice for burst, especially if you do not have like specific characters and whatnot. So she's kind of like a pseudo character that you can use instead of like Zeta, for example, because Zeta is still relatively a really, really strong character to have when it comes to bursting anyway until today. And then people would probably just use like ULB Uno, for example. But I think you can just forego like Uno, for example, and maybe even slot her in with Zeta, for example. Yeah, it's still going to be relatively nice because she technically would have this if you have... because you should be able to, have 2 at battle start by the looks of it. Because it says here at battle start you get, and upon charge attack you get 2, right? So at the start you should have 2 at the beginning. And you get this, so in other words you'll be at 5, right? So I guess technically you could just press this first or something, for example. I don't know, but I think you have to use this though, right? Yeah, it should be fine. You should just press this because you have two discharge cells remaining regardless. So yeah, you could just use that and just do the bursting setup like usual. Use Summer Lucio, Zeta, and Gwynne, and seems like it'll work out. And then like for OTK wise, you can just slot her in just for like the safe option if you are, let's say, if your damage isn't so consistent. You can just run her in your setup along with Zeta even for OTK, yeah, and Lyria or some shit, for example. And then especially with the say like the new Diaspora weapon is probably gonna be the strat now as well, having that included in your grid. So it's gonna be really nice, right? Yeah. But I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't really want to push this too long because yeah, I suppose she's kind of like, she looks very mediocre in comparison to what Galleon is, right? Because everyone's going crazy with Galleon. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this impression series and whatnot so far. Yeah, so till then, good luck, have fun in your whole rolls or whatever. I'm probably certain you're probably trying to roll for Galleon or something. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video whenever. Peace.